Alrighty. What's up, silly gooses? As you can see, I'm on a little weekend trip with my wife. But listen, we got to come back to talk about this serious situation. I see it's popping a little bit. I saw that Ethan's talking about it. So hey, why shouldn't I talk about it? I'm gonna bounce off this video a little bit. You know the drill. I might not watch all of it, but I do. I have something that I want to say. First of all, I'm having a lovely time. Okay, we went to a nice mall. We went to a Hallmark store that had 90% off Christmas stuff. So we bought a bunch of ornaments and stuff, and we saved like $150. Okay, and other wrapping stuff. Smart, I think. But with this whole Vaush thing, I think it's fake. When I say fake, I mean obviously, the situation is happening, but I think he did. I think he orchestrated it. I just don't think that he would. I don't think that he thought he would have gotten this much blowback on it. That's my whole thing. I don't think that he thought he was going to end up getting completely plastered. But I think it was like an attention grab. It's like when somebody I Show Speed accidentally shows the Minecraft, thing on screen, or it's an attention grab. I just think it's going, not in his direction he wants. I think that there are people who struggle to understand that not all attention is good attention. You don't want all attention. You want attention for the things that you do, that you enjoy doing. You don't want attention for stuff like this, but it's kind of a meme in his community. The horse stuff is a bit of a meme, so I don't think that he cares about that. But now I see he's running a little bit of defense and being saying it was just a goblin, guys, not the horse, but the other thing. Here's the thing. The reason why I really think this is what ties it together in my brain, and maybe I'm being a little conspiratorial, if that's a word, I'm not going to look it up, is I think this has to do a lot with Destiny. What? How did you get there? Listen, Destiny's blowing up, boy. He's talking to Ben Shapiro. He's talking to Jordan Peterson. My mic's a little dirty. I'm going to pet you guys. And so he's really hitting mainstream, and Vaush has been stagnating for the past few years. I think for the past 3 years, Destiny went from 300K to almost 800K. I remember when I was still relevant on TikTok, that was oh yeah, 300K, that's pretty crazy. And now he has almost 800, I think. And I think for a lot of people, it's you think Vaush is jealous. And yeah, same, of course. Destiny's doing great. I want to do great too. I don't want to do debate stuff. I like conversations, but debates it's not for me. I don't enjoy that kind of stuff. But for, it's not a negative jealousy, at least for me. I'm trying to motivate myself to push in different directions. I've been pushing into TikTok. That's a pretty decent market. They have a payment thing if you make videos over a minute long. I'm pushing hard into that. That's kind of the way that the motivation I'm feeling. Oh, you know what? I am enough. And I think that maybe Vaush is struggling and he's kind of stagnating. And maybe he feels I don't even know if there's anything that sets him apart from Destiny other than he's white. I don't know. I have the benefit, of course, of being the funniest guy in the world. I'm actually opening up my own nightclub, my own comedy club in California. So if you guys want to stop by, it'll be a lot of fun. Just kidding. Anyway, let's just get this party started. That's my little conspiracy. Let's see what we got here.
All right, Vaush. So once again, let me set this up. Vaush fans, please know this.
Yeah.
We are going into this with the most partial and best intentions to represent.
You say partial or impartial?
We are impartial. We are partial to the truth.
Okay, fair.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to show the context
That's definitely Ethan.
of everything so that we can make the best informed decision. Mm-hmm. Let's get more horses in chat before we start, please, everybody.
Got the horses in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Can we get horses and eggplants in the chat, please?
Well, they spend a lot of time on this. There's no way that a lot of
Let's do
people
a
say
horse,
relevant.
eggplant, corn. Can we get that, please?
Yeah.
All right, let me put it this way. Sorry about that. All right, Vaush. It's exciting.
I'm excited for
I was
it.
really enjoying all this. It's just so phenomenal. So
Let's there's a lot of horse memes in the chat there.
the beginning.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
Vaush recently.
I'm also doing a TikTok thing. I'm waiting for this to upload so I can legitimately upload it. So I might occasionally check this. So
Yesterday or the day before, he ended his stream in a panic after he accidentally exposed his corn folder.
oh,
Maybe do
the-
a one-liner of who he's watched because
You can see this is
Sure, I mean, yeah.
we don't normally talk.
yeah, I saw that Vaush did a thing almost like a post stream, or he did a celebration stream when Ethan reacted to his stuff. I guess I can see what he's doing now.
Talk about him.
Yep. I'm looking.
Yes, sir.
Remember
I guess we got the button.
Yeah,
Oh,
censored.
I did it myself. Yeah,
And by the way, well, in the actual picture, is there even anything that is mega vulgar?
I think so.
There's,
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's enough there. That is the problem.
Talk. So here is a clip of the end of his stream. the
Yo,
other day.
YouTube chat is filtering all of the
Horse
the
corn?
corn eggplant emoji combo.
What?
It's like getting hidden, auto hidden in the chat. I can see.
What are they running
Wow.
defense for Vaush? What's the deal here?
Maybe it's just too spammy with emojis. So
It's a secret language that we're finding out.
if we can manually go through and show all of these.
Yeah, here's
So here's what
our
happened. And again, Vaush fans, if you want to defend him, I'm going to be receptive to everything.
here's the post dream after party. I think it's just like 2 hours of nothing. From what I took a quick look at. Wow, my computer's so fast, guys. It's crazy. The internet's not great, so sorry about that. Yeah.
You're saying I'm not here with an agenda. I'm just showing something funny that happened. Okay, but I will say this. This is what socialism does to a motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. We love the socialists.
He's just a political commentator, right?
So he's a political commentator. He's a leftist, a socialist, and he is pretty popular in that space. I mean, there's like probably 3 main political left.
Oh, he talks for like an hour and 40 minutes.
So he's part of that trinity. He's one of the main guys.
I'm not gonna watch this. Sorry.
Got it.
Not like mega popular because obviously it's a niche.
Sure.
But he's very popular in that space. I mean, his videos
Yeah.
get hundreds of thousands of views. Sometimes a million.
Sometimes a
Here
million,
it is.
baby.
You can see this is
Hey,
an
hey, hey.
example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. What?
Now,
the sound.
now, is that how the stream ended?
I'm not 100% sure. When people were posting on Twitter, that's how they labeled it. But I think if I remember, I think it cut to like a holding card, some sort of static holding card for a moment, and then
He's probably deleted the stream by now, just that he doesn't get like a ban or something.
it ended shortly after that.
So one more time.
Mm.
So this is how it
This is an
ended.
example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to. What?
That's a face of a man who knows.
What?
No, traditionally, we've caught conservatives porn stash. It happened to Alex Jones, and also happened
famously, yes.
to what's that other shitbag?
What's Alex Jones looking at? That sounds kind of exciting. I'd love to see that.
friends with
I feel like it's all femboys, like Nick Fuentes, all femboys.
Okay. Fuentes, right? They're both
Did his
had
porn
trans
happen?
porn. Yeah, Fuentes
Yeah.
was doing a
Oh,
trans
there was
porn.
like a trans thing with him too?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But so I was saying yesterday. The
Hey.
left,
Hey, best of both worlds, baby.
so on the right, they want to. They're chasers, I think they call them. They want to be with trans women.
Right.
On the left, they want to fuck horses. I want to see Hassan's private folder now. We need to fucking get to the bottom of it. But we all have secrets, don't we? So he panics, and
Sure, I guess.
it couldn't be funnier, frankly.
You can see this is an example of the kind of structure that I'm referring to.
Oh,
I
God.
didn't get to see his face. It happened so quickly.
Yeah, it happens fast. So here's an enhanced version of the thing. I obviously can't put this on screen, but I'll show it to you.
Oh.
So I'll describe it to you guys. So it's a folder. Oh, is this the super high res one that you found, Love?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's old. Oh yeah, there's a higher
There's like lolicon in there, isn't there? Like there's some gross shit in there, no?
res one.
Guys, I just found this leaked photo.
Oh no, dude, Hassan, explain this shit now.
no.
This is when he realized he was a socialist, right here.
There's no such thing as a coincidence.
Look at him on that horse. Still, he looks comfortable.
Wow, the Hassan goofing.
Oh no.
No.
This motherfucker rode horses as a kid.
I mean, we talked about it many times.
Pony ass, Pony Express ass looking.
You just revealed that you're afraid of horses, right, Ethan?
I'm not afraid of horses. I just think they're powerful. They should be respected, not fucked around with.
Okay, yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
that's
that's 100% fair and true.
I said they are scary. Like if you don't want to stand by on a horse, you'll die.
I got bit by a horse.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I know they did
Wow.
that.
My dad,
I rode a horse once before I weighed 250 pounds, so that was pretty cool. That's it. I didn't like it. I don't like horses that much.
listing on a property, there were a bunch of horses, and this big fucking like Arabian horse just came up and fucking bit my arm.
Blame it on the Arabian horse.
Hey, anti-Semitic
Yeah.
horse.
But every time I'm next to a horse in real life, I'm always struck by how massive and like
Me too.
muscular they are. They're
Yeah,
like really
they look pretty
incredible.
Yeah, I
awesome, yeah.
mean,
I didn't look at their cost.
there are like, it's weird because I know that there's like 2 different types of horses, at least from what I've seen. There's like regular horses, they run, and then there's these bull ass fucking horses are pretty boss. I saw them at a fair once, so it was pretty cool.
I'm, not,
Muscular.
I'm a social democrat. We don't look at
Yeah,
horses.
you don't look what's under the hood.
Here's a picture of great communist leaders.
Oh wow, there is a connection here.
Great communist leaders of our time.
Wow, riding horses, that's crazy. Is there anything like relevant, or are they just like goof around and not really care the whole time? I feel like if this is like Abbott and Preach, they'd be all up to their ass about the lolicon shit. Wow, I fucked up.
Animes depicted in these thumbnails are apparently of the main character in that anime is 16, which
So
is
it's-
quite.
Oh my god, it's the
Yeah.
worst.
So it's
That's
a
my
it is a sex series, from based on what I saw.
No, so there's an anime of it, and I guess this is a sexual version of.
Okay, so in the anime, she is specifically 16 years old.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not lolicon then? I thought they were talking about like legitimate lolicon. Isn't lolicon like actual children? I mean, 16 is not appropriate, but it's like, what's the anime that it was?
And
He has
he
porn.
has a
character.
porn of that character.
And there's a photo I saw that was like, there's the one I saw on yours that you showed me, maybe.
Yeah.
That Eva's got to see that.
When you go below 16, like 15 and stuff like that.
But here, it gets kind of hard to see because it's so small. But here, I mean, it just looks like hentai. Here's some big ass horse cocks. Here's a girl treating a horse cock. Here's a horse cock silhouette with a big horse cock. Here's more
Yeah.
Lord Raru. Fairy.
If it was just a 16-year-old, then he probably didn't even like put the 2 together that it was like a lolicon or whatever. Was it actually just one 16-year-old? Like,
You see the horse here?
it's obviously, anime is degenerate, so they draw 16-year-olds like they're fucking 25. They give them like huge boobs and stuff, and they make it gross references and everything. So I don't really care unless it was like a legit like baby, you know what I mean, or like an actual child. I don't care that much.
Ah,
And then this is a horse dick.
got it.
Yeah. And then
Cool.
this is This stuff is super graphic,
Your
actually.
line dog face pony shoulder.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a porn folder. You know, what the fuck else would it be?
It gets a little hazy here.
Yeah, it can
Can you fill in the blanks? What am I looking at, like on the bottom row?
The bottom row.
Let's see if I can find
Okay,
it
I'm
on
getting
my,
nothing about
on my phone.
This is the cartoon character that's 16.
Let me double.
Is that it? It's just a 16-year-old
You see
cartoon
this?
picture?
Yeah.
Like, who
What do you think of
cares?
16 is
Disturbing.
That's vile.
I don't like it.
It looks like a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
It's really, and then here's another one. This one was on there too, of the same character. So those are the images.
I gotta look at it
that we saw.
myself. 'Cause, excuse me, high res Vaush, leaks, please. We gotta see more of this. What?
And also, shout out, he has his taxes there, which I think is interesting and clever. It ensures he does not forget
Now he gets audited.
to pay his taxes. He'll never lose it there.
He gets audited.
You know, like he's like, I'm not going to lose this shit. It's going in my porn stash.
Yeah. To be fair, this is stuff he had to like take care of legally. Possibly.
Oh, it's a VTuber,
That's
not
nice.
Matsuri. Maybe some people know who that is. I don't know, but here I'll show you the picture of her. She is like clearly a child,
Age 16, it says here.
but that's like a young 16 too. I feel like.
Oh.
So
Wait,
he has
what?
some.
Hold on, show it. Show
graphic.
this.
Yeah, it's just
This
no,
is, oh, I didn't realize what you were pointing
yeah. This
Yeah,
is
this
just
is okay to show.
a page about the.
What the hell is that? No way. What is a female Japanese virtual VTuber? Wait, he was jerking off to a VTuber? I thought. Wait,
Character's virtual. She's a VTuber, I guess. Or I don't know what all that means, but
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
personality.
Wait,
Matsuri
this is
an energetic,
weird.
expressive, and somewhat chaotic cheerleader girl who's bubbly as a festival. I've read enough.
The way a lot of fucking weirdos get away with kind of stuff like this is they say in the lore, this character is like a billion years old.
Oh
It's like
yeah,
a fairy
that's the lolly
whatever.
shit.
I figured it was going to be like a 16-year-old with like massive boobs or something. I haven't been able to really see this. I'm on vacation. But that's like a kid, brother. I mean, whatever. I guess. I guess it's just drawn, but I still think it's kind of gross. What a weirdo. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
but then
shit.
like it looks like a fucking infant. or some
Yes.
shit.
So wait, in this though, she's not.
In
She's
this
16.
case, it's even worse because it's like confirmed she's 16.
They
And
don't
she looks,
pretend.
she looks naughty.
Yeah.
And in the picture from the horse file, she looks even younger, honestly.
That one's really fucked up. There's one of her. Correct me if I'm wrong. Filleting a horse.
I can't. Okay, because it's
Well, I don't get the horse thing. I really don't. I don't understand the horse thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't get the animals. I understand if it's like one of them is like it's like a half animal. You know, you got like a centaur getting fucked. I get that. I kind of get that. Or a dryad, which is like a deer, I think. Right? But I don't get the horse thing. That thing is that's just weird to me. And I like fucking armpits and shit. So I don't really know.
blurred, the clearer version, but she's doing that to someone. I can't tell if it's a hairy man or a horse.
Okay. I mean, bro, that to me is enough. I can't lie.
Yeah, show us.
No one was harmed in the production of this.
Mhm.
I was, and seeing it. I don't know if that counts. But let's move on because that's not. It only gets better from here.
Really?
I haven't watched. Wait, what? Yeah. I'm only looking at what was in his folder. That's it. I have not. Yeah. Anyway, so this led people to compiling questionable clips from Vaush's past. Apparently, he has a colorful history of saying really bizarre.
Yeah, Ethan knows about that. I know that. He said some dumb shit about. I guess we'll talk about that too.
Creepy, weird shit.
It's rewind time.
Now, this is the one that
Yeah.
people say is always taken out of context. So let's do our best here to give it a full due. So here, now here's a compliment.
This character is like a fucking child. I don't understand saving porn, man. Like, if you're gonna look at some weird stuff, wouldn't you want to set your internet to like private or whatever, or like, you know what I mean? Like, not save it. Like, why are you saving it? That's the why are you saving stuff? That stuff's so bizarre to me.
Relation. Okay, so if there's anything out of context here, let me know. This was made by the YouTube Police Department. That's interesting. I never heard of them.
ACAB.
I know,
Including
his Twitter
police.
account. Of course, you're
ACAB means YouTube police too, okay?
Wow, Cav's got really. You gonna call ACAB on them? That says a lot. 14-year-old Natalie Portman.
Bro, I'm looking this up on Twitter to try to find stuff, and everything is just memes making fun of Vaush. Okay.
Here's some of the greatest hits. Let's listen.
Assuming child porn be legal, I think that would be, yes, more legal and more ethically consistent. Yes, 100%. Listen very carefully.
This was like kind of a weird compilation. I guess I got to slow it down for the clips.
So here's some of the greatest hits. Let's listen.
Assuming child porn be legal, I think that would be, yes, more legal and more ethically consistent. Yes, 100%. Listen very carefully to the exact language
Wow.
that I use. I have yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal. The argument that
I remember his arguments about like ethical consumption, and from what I remember, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, his argument is that there's nothing that you can touch that is gotten like ethically. Like right now, I'm streaming on, or not streaming, I'm recording on a laptop, right? So like there are things like batteries in the laptop and this and that have to be gotten through like slave labor, like the whatever. But I feel like it's a little different. You could, I don't know, exploiting a child is pretty disgusting, and keeping allowing the consumption of it's just going to lead to more child exploitation, right? And we should be minimizing the amount of harm we're causing, right? So ideally, if we can get our tomatoes without abusing some farmer in fucking Peru or something, I don't know. We probably should try to do that. And if we can get porn without harming children, we should do that. I just don't think it's a good idea.
I was making. And I've made this argument a bunch of times, and I've addressed this poorly made argument a bunch of times here. Why is the possession of child pornography immoral? People are inconsistent in their moral outrage at commodities which hurt people when they're produced. So people will laugh off cocoa butter or chocolate or or cobalt or other.
Yeah, but kids don't have to get like raped for that kind of stuff, man. That's the part about it. And like again, we should we should be advocating towards reducing harming people that cocoa butter. I don't know, some kind of farmer. We shouldn't be increasing it. Jesus Christ, some of the pictures I'm seeing here are wild.
Products that we tend to get through a really, really unethical system, but then they're really, really quick to.
Well, we do have a special place in our heart for child rapists.
Is seriously trying to make a
you eat
legitimate...
chocolate, but you don't. But you dare to care about child pornography and you eat chocolate?
Jesus Christ!
You're gonna sit there and eat chocolate.
An insane take.
It is utterly, absolutely bananas. And frankly, to put even if you have some like rational connection you made in your mind, it's not worth putting your neck out for that one, brother. Like, let's keep that one locked up in the chamber. We don't need to give pedos any green lights.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think that like when you have a take like that, that's like a bait take. I feel like to some extent, that's like I'm like an enlightened intellectual. Like if you really think about it, what's the difference between eating chocolate and molesting children? I get the argument. I don't think that this guy. I don't think Vaush is like a child thing. Oh my god, dude, these leaks are weird. Oh my god, why would you save this? Wait, bro, he's got like a dragon, dude. What the hell is this dragon, bro? Oh my god, it's like a dragon person. Oh my god, what is up with this, dog? What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I'm looking at him on my phone right now, dude. This is insane. Whatever. What was I saying? I don't think this guy's like a predator. He's definitely a weirdo. But he's like these are like the enlightened takes, like, oh, well, if you think about it, it's like, well, maybe you're thinking a little too much. Maybe you need to spend less time trying to intellectualize every little thing in the weirdest way. But oh my god,
Insane.
I'm so confused by people in chat. We have so many people in chat like, you don't know the full context.
We'll watch it.
Oh, don't worry, we have the
We have it
Yeah, I know. But the funny part is that sure, it's slightly different, but it's still so.
Well, it's funny because like in this part
Okay, we can
particular,
probably round up some people today if you know what I'm saying.
right, right.
Well, honeypot.
here's
honeypot in our own chat.
It's funny because people go, oh, he's taking out of context. But listen what he says.
Yes, 100%. Listen very carefully to the exact language that I use.
Listen very carefully as I express myself articulately and clearly as I possibly can.
yeah, I don't know if there's any
moral or legal
I
argument.
don't think that there's any additional context to this video that can really make anything better. But
That's why possession of child pornography should be illegal. The
Oh,
argument.
wait, how? What does he mean by that? Like,
So
first of all,
it's
the
insanely wrong.
making of it,
Is a
or
crime.
a
A horrific crime. One of the worst, probably one of the
I
worst.
think that I'm being I think that I have a better understanding of Vaush's take than these two. Like again, I don't think that he's like we should do it. I would think that what he's saying is like, well, the ethical problem lies in the creation of the material, but once it's already made, is it so bad that somebody's consuming it? I would argue yes, because if somebody has possession of this thing, that just increases demand for more possession of it, and it motivates people to make more of this type of content, I would argue. I also don't think that the way that you try to, we'll say de-escalate people with pedophilic tendencies is to allow them to possess this kind of stuff. They need some kind of, like, as long as if they've harmed a child, then they need to, go somewhere. But if they have these tendencies and they haven't harmed somebody, they need to see like a therapist and get their shit together. I don't think leaning into it makes it better. That's like saying, hey, yeah, my uncle's racist, and the way that he gets less racist is by saying the N-word. It's like, oh, how does that help? I'm getting it out. It's like, oh, and then it's like, well, I'm looking at these pictures to get it out. It's like, no, it's not the right way to go. I don't think it creates a positive to have access to this kind of material. I would argue I would think that's probably his argument. I think it's a bad one. I don't think that he's like, yeah, I love what. I mean, based on what we saw, maybe he does like some of the cartoon versions of it. I wonder if he has a separate moral argument for that. I don't know. But
Worst crimes you can commit.
How does somebody get to the point of possessing this content? It must be illegal.
The problem is, I think what he's saying is, if you have it, you're not hurting anyone. But what you are doing is you
But
are
supply and demand.
Exactly. You're creating a demand
Yeah, I
for a
agree.
product.
He talks about all
Oh,
this.
yeah,
Okay,
so
so
he-
well, I'll wait then. I'll wait.
No,
If you want to get into it, just go to, we have.
okay, then he has the fine understanding of it. Yeah, that's the
But,
okay.
like not in the
Let me
compilation.
watch.
Not to be a dick, but like I feel like if it was like Abbott and Preach doing the exact same thing, I don't think Ethan would be as charitable as to be like, yeah, I think he's saying this, but I disagree. I'm just saying, I could be wrong. I don't know, but hey, you know what? The one bad thing about Abbott and Preach is they're black, obviously. So like, you can't be good faith. As a joke, that's a joke, YouTube. Okay, I love black people. I'm just Ethan's internal thoughts. I'm his Geppetto. I'm kidding.
Watch the compilation. I'm not going to pause it.
And you should go
and then
through
we'll move
that
on.
one,
Yeah.
because a lot of what you're asking is
Got it.
fine.
Okay, okay, good.
Okay,
That I was
good.
making.
Let's see
And
what
I've
we
made
got
this
here.
argument a bunch of times, and I've addressed this poorly made argument a bunch of
I
times
made
here.
this
Why
argument a bunch of times, guys.
is the possession of child pornography immoral? People are inconsistent in their moral outrage at commodities which
Yeah.
hurt people when they're produced. So people,
Are you calling child pornography a commodity? Is that traded on Forex? What's the going rate on child pornography on the S&P right now? The fuck?
will laugh off cocoa butter or chocolate or or cobalt or other products that we tend to get through a really unethical.
Those things can be produced ethically.
It just doesn't make any sense, this take, because you would I would have thought that Vaush would have been somebody that's for the reduction of harm through getting those materials. So then why would you, like, again, I think it's just he's trying to have a base take for attention on Twitter. Like, to me this is like like you can't be this stupid, you know? Like, I don't get, like, why are you like riding so hard for this take? You know, I think it's just, again, I think all of this, the leak, I think all of it's just like an attention-seeking behavior.
Child pornography cannot.
And also, I don't think people necessarily know that it is made unethically. I've only learned about that recently when we're talking about chocolate.
Well, your influence on that is extremely limited. Like iPhones,
Well,
they get
that's
cobalt.
fair
You don't know
too.
where the fuck they're getting their
But
rare
Yeah,
minerals.
that's true too. I mean, you can get like you can get most things without having to exploit somebody. Theoretically, you can't get CP without exploiting a child. Like, it's just impossible, you know. So there's another really difficult to understand argument for you guys, in case anybody in your debate class tries to own you with facts and logic with Vaush art. You know,
I mean, you just don't buy a phone. It's like you have a limited control over that.
And it's something that people do try actively to not allow to happen. It's
I
not
actually try to buy the phones with the most abuse to them. I actually have a phone that's diesel powered. It just shoots diesel into the atmosphere. And just kills people, because, you know, I don't know if you know this, when a global warming becomes more and more impactful and hurts the environment more and more, the countries at the most risk are second and third world countries. First world countries, like, it seems silly, but for the most part, it's going to like cause erratic climate, erratic temperatures. So if you live in an area with like good air conditioning and good heating, you're not going to get hit first. By the time we really feel it in our first world countries, like, we're going to be able to manage it. The people that get hit first are going to be, like, you know, people in other countries. So we're okay. You keep polluting, man. Let Taylor Swift keep, you know, taking planes to go to the grocery store, and you know, we won't have to feel it. We'll be okay, guys, because all the other countries are going to get ravished by this. It's actually horrible. You know, we don't have to do anything drastic, but, like, hey, Taylor, like, you know, just fly first class. You know, why do you need a private jet? Just fly in a nice jet. First class. Does that make sense? Maybe not. I don't know. Fly. You look like a bird anyway.
people are like, oh yeah, let's have child.
I want cobalt that was made by child slaves.
Yeah.
Which is what
Yeah.
consumers of the CP do. But frankly, again, you can do all those things ethically, and hopefully we're walking towards a world in which cobalt and cocoa butter and chocolate and coffee and all that shit is made ethically. However, we will never live in a world where child pornography can be made ethically.
Right.
And the thought of it is absolutely obscene.
I'd
You
like
don't even-
to,
you don't even-
hear Vaush debate against that point.
System, but then they're really quick to denounce child porn. Now, you'll never be able to find a clip of me saying that I think it's good to have child porn. Should consuming child porn be legal? Yes, 100%. Please, right now, uncut your dumb shit, libcuck fucking SJW brains, and recognize this empirically correct fact that I'm about.
Once again, he sets it up in the clearest terms possible. Clear your ears out, everybody. Sit down and listen to every word, which I mean with my whole body and soul.
It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes.
No.
It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well.
I disagree. I don't even want to try to rationalize that. Like, oh, hey, I'll give you room and board if you let me constantly violate you and, cause you to have a trauma brain and think that everything that happened was okay, because you literally have to, your brain has to have a traumatic response to affirm that this was okay. What? What are you talking about? It's insane take. What's there's no context there. That doesn't make any sense.
That's game. I don't know how he survived that one.
What?
I don't know how he survived that one.
This is what I'm saying. People in the beginning that were like, Papa, that doesn't make any sense that he would do this for attention. That goes too far. Look at the shit he's been saying. This is a surface level for Vaush. If this was the only thing that happened was the leaked folder, we wouldn't even be here. But there's a whole history of saying weird shit. And I think a lot of it is for attention. I think that, and again, this is me being charitable, because I think that most people would just be like, this guy's a fucking pedophile. Me, I'm just I think that he's so fucking dumb woke brained that he's believes what he's saying. He's actually, I'm going to debate this is what Hassan says, means when he says debate pedophile, by the way. It's insane.
that sentence should not be said no matter what the context.
Is there more context to that one?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
we have that clip as well.
Phenomenal.
I honestly
Keep
think
watching it, 'cause I'm so
I can't wait.
I think it's a
again.
mistake to be watching these clips
Okay.
because we're giving an opportunity to be like, oh, you're not understanding the full context.
So just
We are
go
going to. We're going to get the full context. Don't say,
Sorry,
you
I'm
can't
just
say
roasting
that. That's
myself.
not fair. We're going to watch them all. But we're almost done with the compilation.
Okay.
Vaush gets kicked off of platforms for saying cracker, but not for saying pedophilia can be good for children.
Which is an exact quote.
Here, I'll ask you, just follow through.
No, I
with
don't.
every
I'm not an
single-
idealist. I'm not going to talk about hypotheticals that don't have inherent materiality. Like I said, hypothetical situations where adults
Maybe Vaush was kidding. Maybe
exploit
that
molest
is
children
it.
and it has a positive outcome. Not something I'm talking
You're the one
about.
talking.
Fair
Hold on. First of all,
I don't know why you want.
Here's a comment from his Discord, which I'm assuming is real. I don't know. But it says, the way I see it, the age of consent exists out of respect for the numerous power imbalances older people have over younger people. As those imbalances, or at least some of them, are redressed through the advent of socialism, the age of consent should therefore be lowered. I knew it was socialism that was doing this to people.
I don't endorse this.
What does
little-
it have to do with age of consent? That's crazy.
I don't know. He's on some fucking libertarian brain, dude. I don't know what to say.
Dude, whoa.
So imagine, all right?
Ooh.
Imagine aliens come
Oh,
down to
God.
Earth
This is
and they say,
absolutely ridiculous, Vaush.
Yeah. Okay. Granted, a lot of those were not the full context.
We already got aliens coming through the southern border. I don't know what you're talking about, Vaush. I'm just kidding. I love every asylum seeker. Please keep coming here.
And it's fair to set it up that way because online, a lot of people that see those only see those.
Mhm.
So today we give you that,
Okay.
and now we give you the full thing.
Also, real quick to give ownership, the person who made that was YouTube Police Department on Twitter.
Thanks, buddy.
Nice. Thank you.
Did you say that?
I had said that.
Okay, you know what? No, I swear to God, I just got in the bathroom and I just had this thought. Let's put a monitor in the bathroom. No, I'm so serious. It's not a bad idea. That's a good idea.
That hasn't happened to any
Wait,
of
hold
us.
on.
like that.
I actually went number 2 on the.
How come these guys are always going to the bathroom and eating on their stream? I mean, I do that too. I get it because I'm fat and old. So I don't even know why I asked the question because now I look stupid. I instantly answered my own question.
That's right. I bring
How come these people are people?
my monitor.
Yeah, that's
And I
true.
watch
But it's
it.
delayed. It's
Okay.
delayed though. So,
Okay.
so we actually just bought some new monitor speakers and had the thought to put them out there.
Mine's
You know what?
delayed.
I like the idea.
I like it. One step.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that if you don't say it, you're gonna get shit. So I'm just trying to cover it. Otherwise, I would send it in chat. Even though I did that last time, you still read it out loud. But
We have the XLR run, so all we just got to do is plug it in.
You know what? I think that's a good idea, though.
I mean,
I
yeah,
really like when we do live shows, so they have like speakers everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll get on that.
Should we? I guess this is one that Dan introduced me to that I think is good to set the tone. The Tacoma Wept one. Now, Dan shared this.
All right. Just a little back. Like, listen.
All right, let me hear it.
I don't want to get into it too much, but I will say
I do.
that this was probably
This could be the redemption stream. Maybe every single thing Vaush has said now and has ever said has like some incredible context to it that's going to literally enlighten my brain. You know, maybe I will be like fully enlightened by what's happening here. I don't know. I'm open to it.
the first clip I ever saw of Vaush, and it was the last. It should have been the last clip that I ever saw of Vaush.
I'm ready for the
pretty much
Vaush
came out
clips.
to,
Oh my God.
So here he is. Somebody
Oh,
says
it's
he
okay.
can't get laid, and he gets defensive about that. Why is it so small? I know there's.
I don't know. It's a weird Twitter.
Oh, who cares about the I can't get laid thing? I remember this one. He goes on like a tirade about how people get so upset that he's like when he comes off of Tinder because his dick is so good. Like, who cares about this? This is stupid.
thing.
Jesus Christ.
wait, is this guy seriously saying that I can't get laid? Incredible. I mean,
guy saying I can't get laid? I can get laid all the time.
5,000 if you can get Poontang before January 1st. Do you have any idea who the fuck you're talking to?
Bro, not for nothing, but if Vaush didn't have money, that this guy was like... Listen, Vaush is the kind of guy who hangs out at parties and doesn't drink and waits for girls to get drunk enough to want to fuck him. That's the energy that I get from this guy. Okay? I understand. Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
When I got off Tinder because of the fucking quarantine, Tacoma wept.
Brother.
Even like ignoring the fact that I have a girlfriend, even if we're just talking like randos, I'm 2 hours away right now from being inside somebody else. This is one. I have 2 skills, and it's non-monogamy and speaking publicly. Okay, do some fucking research.
Do some research.
liberal.
Anytime anything huge happens, we have to say Tacoma,
Tacoma
wept.
wept.
That's definitely. So wait, is Tacoma Wept
Oh
a
my
reference or is
God.
that where he lives?
No, I think it's yeah.
So he's genuinely
How
like.
have we never watched this?
I've seen it from Dan.
Yeah.
Tacoma wept is
I do
stuck in
think
my brain
a
forever.
lot of people in our audience like this guy, and so we've always just kind of purposely steered clear. But I've had that one in the back pocket for years,
Yeah.
and it's behind the scenes. I've referenced Tacoma wept.
I'm gonna comment.
I'm pretty happy that I don't think I have a single... I've never heard anybody go like, yeah, I'm kind of a Vaush fan in my chat. I'm kind of happy about that one. Because I don't really get that. I understand the Hassan crossover. Because we're 2 very handsome guys, obviously. But I couldn't deal with the Vaush crossover.
Put that on your next Instagram post.
I think it's honestly a phenomenal, versatile. It sounds incredible. It has a- I mean, he's right though. He clearly has a knack for public speaking.
Not true.
One of the 2 best friends.
So Tacoma Wept, you have it, Zach.
Some public gooning, too.
I'll pull it. Finish it.
But also, is this so gross how he goes? I'm 2 hours away from being inside of somebody else.
It's disgusting.
Like with or without permission? What do you mean?
2 hours away. What?
With permission.
Okay. Well, he wasn't clear about it. He made it sound like I'm coming inside.
No, he's not shit.
Give me 2 hours.
Tacoma Wept
Give me
is
2 hours in a
Tacoma
bottle of ether.
Forgive me. I still don't get it. The Tacoma Wept.
Oh, so he says because when I got off of Tinder, the entire city of Tacoma where he lives, people were crying.
Okay.
It was just so devastating that he wasn't on Tinder.
Got it.
anymore.
Tacoma Wept.
Got it.
And he's good at 2 things: public speaking and fucking, baby. And he's all out of words.
And fucking babies. Yep.
And look it up if you don't believe it.
And if I run out of people, and I'm all out of people to fuck,
Where's the next farm?
I want to hear Tacoma Wept again. Yeah, I'm 2 hours from the nearest farm.
You know, it's so funny. And this is from what I remember. And I maybe my memory is incorrect. Ethan would be the only one that would be able to correct what I'm about to say. I remember, and shut up with the fucking meme. I get it. When I was actually relevant on TikTok, when I had my big TikTok, I talked to Ethan like a little bit, like nothing crazy. It was more of like a very, very, very limited. Like we weren't friends or anything. We were friends on TikTok. But we weren't like friends. But I kind of remember from what I felt like he was getting ready to have Vaush on his podcast, and then the first, or I don't know, one of the waves of like weird kid takes came up, and then I think Ethan kind of like backed away from him then. From what I remember, we might have even slightly talked about him a little bit privately. I don't even know, because we didn't have like a big back and forth. I think the biggest thing I told Ethan was that if he sent me a free Teddy Fresh, I would plug Trisha's OnlyFans. So I guess he didn't want to. I guess he didn't want to give her that shout out because you know.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Off Tinder because the
Even if you're a fan, you gotta admit this shit's kind of funny. You gotta be giggling if you're a fan of Vaush. But listen, I won't judge if you keep watching, but I will be perpetually shocked that people are watching.
One of our chatters says, "I live in Tacoma. I'm sorry if you're lost."
quarantine. Tacoma wept. Any idea who the fuck you're talking to? When I got off Tinder because of the fucking quarantine, Tacoma wept.
That's a lot.
Wow.
So that just
Why would he get off Tinder? I mean, listen, the quarantine sucked. I'm not like, and then like COVID's real, but like, why the fuck would you? Why would you get off Tinder? You know, what I mean, I would be slamming.
to set the tone.
Tacoma wept.
Tacoma wept.
Should we? So let's get into the main sources here. So this one, Vaush explains the context of the quote. I am yet to hear a convincing moral or legal argument as to why CP should be illegal. So here is the full clip for our consideration.
Real quick, I have the soundbite now.
Go ahead.
It's a Blizzard Woofy for that one.
Tacoma wept.
It's tragedy.
Beautiful.
It is tragic. Dude, this whole thing is soundbite. Like the fertile valley.
All right,
We gotta
let's
pull a
go.
line from this.
Here, let's
Yeah,
hear
also
it.
when he says like, what was it? Look it up or research it.
Do your research
Do your research.
on all my sexual conquest. All right, here he is describing. And by the way,
How
I
do you do your research on that? It's a weird meme.
love this game. Dead Cells, great game. So
So yeah, shout out.
Yes,
Tacoma
sir.
wept. Convincing moral or legal argument as to why possession of child pornography should be illegal. Now that one, wow,
Wait 1 second.
that's a
Trying to figure out where Ian has the
What's happening
box,
right
the other pip.
Tacoma wept.
I know where it is.
Where's the pip, Ian?
Where's the pip? Where's the
Where's
other
the pip?
pip?
Where's the pip, Ian?
Where's the pip, Ian? Here, I got it. I'll just move it.
Chat said, "I'm
Who's Pippian?
ignoring when you say something to get you back for never hearing me."
Yeah, what?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're trying to get revenge by doing that?
That's what chat said.
It's pretty funny. I keep doing it.
Okay, go ahead.
I do it like 3 or 4 times today. It's really something amazing. I mean, it's
New-
funny now. I
new
don't have
record.
to call it out. I just go.
Wait, we're gonna watch Vaush give context on this. Why wouldn't we watch the full clip to give us the context? Couldn't he just decide to make up a new narrative?
Thanks, dude. Everybody knows. It's fun. We love it. We love it. We love these things. All right, go ahead. Justify. Explain.
A zinger, isn't it? I have yet to hear one convincing argument. Yeah, I saw. Hi, I have yet to hear one convincing argument for why child pornography should be illegal. I know. Oof. Now,
So base Vaush. Well, I mean, look at the hair, bro. He's rocking that fucking mullet, dude. Of course he would make that take. Who wouldn't with that hairstyle?
what the context that's missing here is that when I was saying that, I was saying, in the world we live in right now, I don't think there's a convincing moral or legal argument which is consistent with the morals or legality that we currently have. Now, what
That's not any context. That's you saying the same thing, but with more words. Wow.
does that mean? Well, the argument that I was making,
Yeah,
and I've
we
made this
get
argument
it.
a bunch of times, and I've addressed this
Cocoa
poorly made argument a bunch of
butter.
times here on this screen, is that, well, let's go through the logic. Why is the possession of child pornography immoral? Because
Because he rapes kids. That's why, and that's really bad. I don't know. I mean, I think I might be. Me and Mama Max are the only 2 people who've ever said this. By the way, nobody else ever made that hot take before. But it's really bad for kids.
it hurts people to make child pornography, yeah? Because you have to hurt children to make it. That's why it's immoral.
Yes.
It's not magically immoral. It's immoral because of the harm that is caused by it.
Yeah.
So, do
Yeah.
we not possess other things that
You sound like
hurt
someone who's
people
trying to
in
rationalize child
Like,
abuse. Like that is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it is because like you can make fucking pineapple juice or cocoa butter without harming a kid. Now, does our system harm people? Absolutely, and we need to fix that, which we're moving towards. But like CP inherently hurts people. You can never not hurt somebody by creating CP. And that's it. And like your argument should be like slowly moving in the right direction. So why would you even have this take? Like it doesn't make any, again, it's just like he's trying to be it's a pseudo intellectual fucking idiot take. Like this is what you're spending time debating. This guy's name is Colin Costco. Awesome. Costco is awesome. Like what this is like waste energy. Like this is like when my understanding is back then, like the people like Destiny and Vaush, and I like Destiny. This isn't a criticism, but like 5 or 10 years ago, they used to debate like what the morality of incest for fun. Like just because it's like, oh, let's stimulate our brains. It's like, why are we wasting energy on this?
insane. That's actually
It's like, okay, this is wrong.
that is not better.
This is wrong, but there's also other stuff that are wrong.
This is rationalizing. People who do horrible shit, they rationalize it in their mind so they can live with it. This man says you eat chocolate and you dare care about child pornography. That's what his point is, right?
Yeah, I think it's funny because Ethan's actually he's going in pretty hard. I thought he wouldn't go in as hard as he is though. So good for him. He's being consistent with the Abbott preach criticism. So I guess I'll take that back. It sounds like Ethan thinks that Vaush might be doing like a little bit of a weird streak, and maybe he does. I just think that he's just like a pseudo intellectual who thinks he's smart, so he has these like dumb fucking takes. You know what I mean? Like Vaush is like a slightly above average. Like he's above average intelligence, like a lot of other people are on the internet, but like people think that they're incredible. Oh, you're so smart, but it's like anybody with like an associate's degree is as smart as you in fucking school. They're not. They just don't. They may not articulate themselves as well. But I mean, you're sitting here talking about fucking CP and stuff. Like, this is stupid. This is an idiot take.
Stop looking at his shirt that says adult only. Like, why?
It's like his own version of girl math.
Unless it's the hentai I'm downloading.
That's boy math you're asking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the boy math you're
Okay,
talking about.
go ahead, Vaush. Let's follow the logic as you said.
Say, for example, the innumerable supply chains which hurt other people, the child slavery, what have you. The argument that I was making essentially is that people are inconsistent in their moral outrage at commodities which hurt people when they're produced.
Okay.
So people will laugh off cocoa butter or chocolate or or cobalt or other products that we tend to get through a really, really unethical system, but then they're really, really quick to denounce child porn. Now you'll never
As
be
you
able.
should.
That's not a problem.
You should be.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
You should be really quick.
The only thing that saves this take is if Vaush says, no, it's actually all really bad, and I'm just saying this so that to bring awareness to the moral inefficacies of how we get a lot of our other goods and services. That's the only way that he could save himself, is by saying that. Is Mama Maxing it? I'm just trying to raise awareness for all the people that are hurt through making chocolate. Okay, guys.
Even if
The Leviathans are gooning.
there's some, can you fault them? Because like one is very easy to understand.
One is
Why
like
fucked up?
the wrong thing is right in front of you.
No
the other
analysis
one,
needed.
the other one you need to know and you need to do research and
Yeah.
you need to learn that it's behind the scenes, it's being made wrongly.
Guys, do research on why Tacoma wept, but don't do research on CP.
It's not easy to piece all that together.
Tacoma
So,
wept.
does it surprise you that people care about CP more than they care about cobalt farming? I mean, it shouldn't. Absolutely shouldn't. We all have children. I don't have a cobalt mine in my backyard. I don't know what the fuck that's like. Just being real. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't
I
like
also
that.
think
Yeah.
your point that you already made earlier about you could figure out a way to make those things ethically. You cannot figure out
It's not the same.
a way to make
Child
CP
pornography is not a
ethical.
commodity.
Mhm.
It's not. It's something else. This isn't wheat and fucking cobalt and shit that's shipped on boats and traded internationally. This is something else. Putting it in the same bracket as that is truly just a rationalization. I mean, in the worst possible way. It's actually really fucked up.
To find a clip of me saying that I think it's good to have child porn or that it's okay to hurt children or anything like that, because those were never the arguments that I was making. It was only an indication. Oh my God.
Those are the implications, heavy implications that you get of like, yeah, this isn't really that bad, because you're like down comparing. You're pulling down the comparison of CP to like fucking getting chocolate. It's like, what? What is wrong with you?
Just like every other clip of you, quote unquote, defending CP. Yep, it's just like the other 47 times this has happened. Now,
That doesn't seem like an exaggeration.
Well, why are you defending it 47 times?
I think he's kidding. He's kidding. Or is he not kidding?
Well, we
Well,
already
Well, this 47 is probably an exaggeration, but it's like, why are you still doing this?
Oh,
in the
but that
highlight
is
clip.
kind of
there's-
true because there are
yeah,
other clips. So
just from what we've seen in that highlight clip.
holy shit. I'm sorry. 20 minutes from Tacoma. There's this famous case of a guy died from injuries sustained while attempting to have sex with a horse.
So
Tacoma wept.
Wow.
We lost.
Vaush's dad referenced.
It's a good one that day. Tinder wept.
Vaush's dad mentioned.
What was he trying to? Was he on
Recipes,
top or on
by the
bottom?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Do you think it says that?
Definitely bottom.
Engaging receptive
I was gonna
anal
say,
intercourse
People
with a
do-
horse.
Yeah, he was getting railed by a horse.
Oh my god. Oh
I guess there
my
was multiple
god.
guys. It was
Wow.
labeled by the internet, 2 guys, 1 horse.
Do you think he knew?
Ah,
Vaush might have been there.
oh my
Was that Mr. Hands?
Man.
god.
What is that?
That's why Tacoma wept because he died.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the Mr. Hands.
Yeah,
case.
Zach, that's what you were saying.
That's the Mr.
Yeah,
Hands.
okay,
case.
Mr. Hands, what the hell's that?
Oh my
Zach
god.
brought up to me. He's like, it's like Mr. Hands. I was like, I don't know what that is, but that's the case. Like,
Mr. Hands.
I don't know.
Mr.
Okay,
Bungletoad.
Brad.
Get
Chat
out
here.
here.
So
So,
just wrote, I'm hot.
Tacoma
Oh,
wept.
What do you think about that?
Like,
Tacoma's
I want
whooping for
fluffy, right?
this.
That needs to put on the AC, please. Thank you, legend.
So that was a bit nasty.
We love you. We need Fiddy's back on the show. Yeah. Everybody misses him. Like he won everybody over.
Wow.
It was really actually phenomenal.
Dude, he's in like the European Parliament or some shit right now. I've been following his story.
Yeah, what is he doing?
Yeah, he took a flight
He's jerking
somewhere
off.
and he's hanging out with politicians from what I've seen. Oh, his
Oh,
story.
yeah,
or some
he was
shit.
running for president or something
Yeah,
in Cyprus.
awesome.
He's the most famous Siberian. Dude, can we set up a call with
You
him?
want another one?
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants to hear
Still
from
don't know
Fiddy.
how old he is. You know.
It's
Right.
interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so
What
Mr.
the fuck
Hands
is
is like a
this?
case that people know about?
Yeah, a lot of people in chat seem to be familiar.
Why they call him Mr. Hands?
That was his
Yeah.
name online.
Okay, okay.
Was he like a known horse bugger? Yeah, he like recorded a bunch of films, I believe. Oh, boy. They were released after he died. maybe?
Damn,
Oh.
why would you even do that? Like, how much of a horse can you really take? It's like I went to Spencer's the other day, and you see these like huge monster, like phallic things, and it's like there's no way you're getting the whole snake's head up there. It's got to be for show. That's like a centerpiece to brag to your friends about. There's no fucking way. That's crazy. One of them was called the Invader, and I was just like, that's weird.
Oh, like that's awesome. It's like Tupac albums.
Yeah, yeah, like that shit. Oh, no, that's Biggie.
He died for what he loves. All right, Vaush, go ahead. But so here's what
I feel like these take. Everybody has like a bad take now and again. I don't watch any of Vaush's good takes because I don't particularly care for them. Everybody has like their bad takes. Everybody has like their rough past. Like I have myself. Obviously, Destiny has his rough past, and everybody has like something that's happened. But I feel like this one is like very specific and particular, dude. Like this one's fucking weird.
what I'm getting from this. His original statement, I have yet to hear a moral or legal argument for why possession of CP should be illegal. Let's isolate that and compare it to what he said was his explanation for saying that. And it doesn't really make sense. The comment he's saying, his explanation for justifying that comment doesn't really line up to me. If you're trying to say that people are morally inconsistent with things like cobalt and chocolate and coffee, you would say that. You wouldn't say. You could say that a billion other ways that would be way more effective. And as he said himself, he has two skills. One is,
guys, he's mama maxing. He's just saying this so that he gets the word out there, so that we can all raise awareness for cocoa butter and fucking chocolate. All right, he's actually manipulating Ethan into talking about the real issues right now.
Public speaker, and the other one is non-monogamy, and horses involved in that apparently. His partners could be man, woman, or in his case,
centaur, creature, somewhere in between.
But my point is, this guy's smart and he's a good communicator. So, like him saying. Does that even speak to what he said? If he says, I haven't heard a convincing moral or legal argument for why CP should be illegal, does that in any way actually address what he said he's saying?
Well, okay, so the argument is that, under capitalism, we have all of these commodities and supply chains that are part of our everyday life.
Yeah, it still doesn't make sense because you can make
acquisition
chocolate
of those
without
things
harming
involves oftentimes
somebody.
things that we consider immoral, either slave labor or just massively underpaid labor, or excuse me, Dennis. And he's saying that if you are okay, this is his point, if you're okay with that, then you don't really you're a hypocrite if you're not okay with the CP stuff.
And if you were trying to convey that, would you say, I have never heard anyone give me a convincing argument why CP should be illegal or is even immoral?
Right. Well, I think
work that in
what
somehow.
you said is the big gaping hole, in my opinion, of what he.
And I'm not talking about Mr. Hands.
His asshole after the horse. Yeah.
4 for 4.
Thanks, bro.
I think the big gaping hole is that one, like cobalt, chocolate, like listen, I agree that there are terrible practices involved in the acquisition of a lot of these things. But at the end of the day, those are all commodities that have some utility to society.
Well, I mean, the additional explanation is because here's the thing. This is actually okay. So there is like effectively slave labor, you call it, because people get paid such like a little amount. But some people could argue to an extent, and I wouldn't run too hard with this argument, that like, and I don't know all the specific practices, but like, let's say one of the things you have to do to get like tomatoes is you basically pay like a farmer in some other country slave labor to get tomatoes, right? And they make a lot of money off that. You could argue that that farmer is benefiting by getting money. That's not a full argument, right? Like it's still underpaying that person. Sorry. But you can make that argument. You can never make that argument with CP that like the kid benefits somehow. But Vaush did. Not trying to be that guy, but if I was going to run defense for like the way that we engage in like slave labor practices around the world, like, oh, we pay them. It's a lot of money to them, I would also be the guy that goes, well, actually, there could be a relationship with a guy with an older person and a child that is actually beneficial, even when he's violently assaulting them constantly. Well, technically, it may not be violent assault. Maybe it's just regular assault, but that's much better. Like what? You know what I mean? So it's like we're kind of filling in the gaps almost. If he just said like, hey, listen, CP's horrible, but think about like, people we get cocoa butter also exploits maybe kids. I don't know who's making the chocolate. I don't know. That could have been an argument. That comparison would have been a little intense, but that would have been an argument. But that's not what I'm hearing, man. Maybe there's magical context.
And you can still quibble about like, oh, is us having chocolate as privileged Westerners, is that, make it okay that we use slave labor? And, you can denounce that. There is no situation where the child pornography is okay. Like there is, like that doesn't exist. Right. And so the comparison doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I frankly, hearing him explain the quote context makes me, frankly, I don't believe him because it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Those two statements are not logically connected.
Right. Because it's more, they're victims more than commodities. I know he's trying to get across. I mean, it doesn't make no fucking sense, but
I don't believe him. I don't believe that that's what he meant even.
The argument is just like so flimsy because he then has to say that not the act of making the child porn is immoral, but like you have to at a certain point say that simply child porn, if there isn't a victim, is moral. Like
that's he does come close to saying that when he said previously, which I guess.
Well, I mean, then you'd have to ask his take on like a lot of these stuff, which I still think is wrong. I don't think that like even if it's not actually a child and it's being drawn, you're still allowing people to kind of give into that desire that I think is like a slippery slope. Where if you're into that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? I don't think that that's appropriate either.
There's more context too. That children and adults can have meaningful, healthy sexual relationships.
Unless, of course, she looks 7, but is actually 7,000, then it's okay.
For the child.
So I believe the next clip that we have.
Is that another justification for CP? I mean, by the way, let me just defend myself. Everyone says, "Oh, Ethan, I saw you sniff your finger."
Oh boy.
There was a little thing here. I didn't know if it was a piece of cake or a piece of cardboard. So I touched it and I smelled my fingers to see. It's cardboard, by the way.
I'll defend you.
I do that sometimes. I'll scratch my ball sack and I'll smell that
Things
on
like
purpose.
that.
Because I want to smell it. And when it smells bad, I smell it again. It's a weird guy thing.
So that's that. Let me keep seeing if there's anything else here.
Are we going to watch more context for that statement? Because that one is wild.
Apparently, yes.
Okay, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Tacoma wept. The point that I'm making here is that I think that all of these things are immoral.
See, I don't think that that's what you were saying.
I mean, you can disagree.
Show me the original clip.
I think
I think that it's like I kind of agree with Ethan. Like I don't think that's what you're trying to say. Like, oh, this is all immoral. It sounds like idiots would fall for that, right? It's because these comparisons are wild. It's like the implication there is that like, yeah, you think that they're all not so bad. Well, if I have a computer and that makes abuse, then why can't I have CP? It's just like, why would this take doesn't make sense? No logical person would ever have this take. Most people, I would think, are too uncomfortable to even say shit like this. This is wild.
In his explanation, I don't think the explanation. You're saying you just don't believe him.
I don't believe him because what he's saying doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
What he's saying
I don't know.
does not connect to what he's.
Yeah, sometimes you have to use your intuition and like look past it. And I agree with Ethan. And I think I've done a decent job of like explaining why I feel the same way.
Let's see the original clip. I don't want to see him trying to
explain it away.
Yeah, here he's trying to rationalize it. Let's see the original clip.
I want to see him trying to rationalize an adult and a child having a relationship that's not harmful to the child. That was fucking wild.
And then I'll have a better idea of what he was actually saying at the moment.
Right.
And again, this is a man who touts one of his 2 skills in life as being a public speaker.
These things should be illegal. And the reason why this cancellation attempt comes up every couple of months is because, and by the way, this never comes up in person when people talk to me.
Well, okay.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Everyone's a coward.
I dare you to call me a pedophile in my face.
It's because the people who make these accusations about me know they would get blown the fuck out. Oh, drama alerts in chat. Oh,
What does that mean? That you would fight them?
Drama alert in chat.
Is that what he meant? That I will
I
fight
think
you?
he's a debater. He wants to debate you.
Actually,
He's going to want to debate
You
me on this.
specifically. I mean,
He's going to debate me on this.
I would argue most people would just want to stay away from this guy because the takes are gross. That's like how I feel, for the most part. It's like, ew, why?
I'll take that. I'll do it. He's apparently the great debater. He fancies himself as. So what happens when Chris Hansen meets the? I'm kidding. I'm not Chris Hansen. But what happens when the hay meets the horse?
so no cookies for you.
Okay.
Let's get to the bottom of it, Bucko.
Team, you want to come on? We can talk about it.
Team stars in here. Oh shit.
No, let's talk about it.
That's the time. That's my time to. So okay, that's
Smart
his.
move.
No, I don't know. I mean, do people think that explanation is convincing?
No.
I mean, his supporters think so. Yeah.
It's
His supporters are stupid. It's because they're fucking idiot kids. And this is like the reason why, one of the reasons why all this is blowing up too is because Vaush's everybody's audience age is with them. So 3 years ago when his audience was 14-year-olds and they were all like, oh my God, yeah, like they're dumb. They're all fucking dumb. Now his audience is growing and they're like, wait a minute, this is kind of fucking weird. Of course, some of them are still defending him because they're terminally online brain rotted, but that shit's gross. Okay. I mean, like I said, Vaush is the fucking guy who hangs out at parties and waits for you to get drunk. He's that guy. Okay. He's that gray area. I don't think that I don't even think I have to need to explain myself. I think that it just makes sense. Okay. It makes sense.
Find it particularly compelling.
my problem is that there's no logic there. Like
Doesn't connect.
it doesn't connect, and he seems like a smart guy. So why would that one be
You want me to debate him?
so weird?
Do you think he's going to debate me on whether or not
Debate
he's...
me.
I'm sure.
I guess he
There's
has
like
a
a holding my hand.
That's
Is it a little?
That's
Is,
kind of
Right.
insane.
Yeah. There's one coming up where he is doing exactly that. So.
Okay, Vaush, if you want to...
am I a little gay coded right now? Does my hand like this? You like this, girls and guys? Mostly guys.
If you want to debate,
Well, he hasn't said that.
Oh,
he's
yes.
going to want to. I know it.
He's the biggest debate lord online.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure
in his opinion, that's the only way he can fix this. Yeah, I don't know that. I kind of am with the other guy. He's like, I don't want to argue if CP is bad. I
Yeah, I wouldn't want to either. It's not even worth the conversation.
don't even engage in that conversation necessarily.
Right.
I would actually respect somebody less if they had the conversation with them. Honestly, it's just like a weird take, man. It's like, why would you rationalize that?
You know, I don't. Cold and fucking coffee and all that shit.
It's just a very weird argument to make.
Like, even if what you're saying is true, which it's not, I don't want to have the conversation.
Yeah,
Because there's going to be pedophiles that are like, yeah, that explains why. Everybody else is a hypocrite. Who's going to go home and fuck
it's
kids?
like one of those things where he's not right. First of all, second of all, it's like a dog whistle. That's I think a good way to put it. It's like a fucking dog whistle for people. It's a dog whistle. That's how it comes off of. It's and this is somebody who loves talking about dog whistles. Okay, so and horse whistles, I guess.
And be like, everyone's a hypocrite. How dare they get
And I guess I don't know if he wants to whistle into the horse or not.
like me?
Yeah.
That's the world you want to live in.
Go eat your chocolate.
Everyone has a
You're
right to
chocolate.
eat chocolate.
You're basically harming a
I don't
child.
see the big difference.
Oh yeah, well I make my chocolate all natural out of my ass. What do you think about that, Vaush?
I mean, dude, you were going to get... Dude, there's no shot.
What's your argument?
There's no fucking shot, bro. What's your argument?
Okay.
That would be a hell of a debate. I mean, I don't even know how to even get into that. Let's see if he wants to. I don't think about it.
Okay.
The topic for today is Vaush in support of pedophilia and zoophilia. The debaters, Ethan Kwan,
Well, here's
and
my
Vaush,
Vaush,
the horse, Jackson. I don't know.
here how I feel about the animals. Okay, it's always wrong because an animal can't consent, but it's worse if it's a guy doing it to an animal, because like if a dog mounts a girl, that's like it's not consent, but it's like willingness. I feel like you can't willingly fucking put yourself into a dog, you know what I mean? But there's still no consent there because they don't have the proper thought. Okay, now if it was a low punny, it's a different conversation that we're having here, guys.
His last name is. And welcome everybody to today's episode of When the Hay Meets the Horse.
Tacoma wept.
You should do any animal stop. Just fucking joking around.
Tacoma wept, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Wept.
Don't fuck animals, guys. Please.
Oh man. All right, so let's move on then. Guys, monitor the chat. If there's fans of him that are saying I am missing something, please let me know. Here's the next one. Context that this is the one you said. Is it possible for a child to have sexual relationship and it be positive?
Ugh,
Here's the
let's
explanation
see.
for that one.
Like just
Okay,
hearing
look,
that.
Okay, maybe, and this is uncomfortable. I hate thinking about this. Maybe he means that some part of the relationship can be positive because they get free room and board or something. But again, like, ew, what the fuck?
It's super duper simple, okay?
No, it's not.
Utilitarianism, utilitarianism,
What?
is about considering the consequences of a specific action, okay?
Bro, why did you have to mix Delta into all this shit, man?
How are we talking about utilitarianism?
He's really coming after Ocarina of Time with this conversation. That means so much to so many of us.
Majora's Mask.
Oh, that's Majora's Mask. My bad. I actually started playing that recently.
Oh, I love it.
Me and Teddy were playing it for a bit.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't care.
It's kind of scary. It's intense.
It's a
Yeah,
video.
it's a weird one.
It's all about hard too.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
dark
yeah.
one. Super hard.
We have an interesting update. Vaush addresses the folder just recently, like 30 minutes ago. After we get through this, I'll send it.
Okay.
We'll circle back.
Breaking update.
Breaking update.
Big news.
The ad placement enables shop. Oh, don't move it.
Oh, no, I hide this on purpose.
All right, go ahead, Vaush.
It is possible. Please, please, right now, uncuck your dumb shit, libcuck fucking SJW brains,
Okay, good
and
enough.
recognize this empirically correct fact that I'm about to spit. It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship, and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well. That is possible.
No.
You know what's, you know what my
No.
physicist says?
I want to hear the explanation because I want to see. Okay.
Possible. I could fall through the ground because
No.
our atoms are lined up in the same wavelength somehow. I mean, who gives a fuck?
No.
Yeah,
I only have one word. No.
What are you saying? That like teenagers had sex with adults in like ancient Greek and that was fine, or something? Like, what is your point? That in some magical
Let's
world,
see what he has to say
Like, what-
because I don't think that like what could he possibly say? Like, oh, there could be some benefits. Like they could like room and board. Like it doesn't make any sense. This whole thing is stupid.
what's the point of this argument?
This one is crazy. My blood is starting to boil.
Why are you?
I
Why are you
play
saying
it.
this?
Shut up.
However, it's not.
Discourage those.
What point are you trying to make? All right, go ahead, Vaush.
However, categorically,
No, don't. However, it's not.
discourage those relationships because, as a rule, it is
He's
substantially
sweating, bro. He knows he fucked up. He knows, dude. His career's flashing before his eyes. He said too much.
more likely that enabling them would cause harm in society.
Raw.
That's the difference between
Raw.
Wait, let me,
Why
let
are
me,
you saying
yeah, let me go back.
raw?
Let me hear this. He looks scared. He looks like Chris Hansen about to come in that door.
I'm trying to understand the argument.
and for it to have positive outcomes on the child.
Dude, his shirt. Why do you look at the wildest shirt?
Or just shut the fuck up and let me hear exactly what he has to say so I can understand.
Raw, yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I know I did the same thing, but
Yeah, the shirts really don't help his whole argument so far. The other one with the adult only.
That is possible. However, categorically, we discourage those relationships because, as a rule, it is substantially more likely that enabling them would cause harm in society.
Okay, so why?
this is just like a not take. This is like a big nothing take. Like this take is desperately trying to be intelligent. This is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like Vaush is it's pseudo intellectual dumb bullshit. Like it makes me understand why people use the R slur in his community. Okay, don't use that word, by the way. Stop it, Destiny. Okay. What he's saying is that if you look at a relationship between a child and adult, there could potentially be a positive outcome that the child gets. But right, like the kid might get, like I said, like maybe free food and room and board, and they might. But the negative, I think he's saying is that the negatives drastically outweigh the positives. Or actually, what I think he's saying is that that those cases are so irregular, like every 1 out of 1,000,000, 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of 100 could be positively impacted overall. It's either one of those two things: either one, that there could be some benefits in the relationship, or two, that like some of them actually could be great, but most of the time they're bad. The problem with this take is it's just dumb. It's a fucking stupid. Like, it's just a stupid take. Like, of course, there's everything in your life, there's like a pros and cons. Like, there's a little bit of a con sometimes, but it's drastically outweighed by the pros, or the vice versa. Okay? Like, let's say we got rid of all the Italians, but we have no more pizza, right? So there you go. That's why you can't do it. That's why you never think to do it. I just, like, either he's dog whistling to defend child porn, or he thinks that like these are super intelligent. He's like, guys, like, Jay, you ready for my based take, guys? Oh, ready for the Twitter based take? I know these goes on Twitter. People like to cancel me. That's what I think it is. It's just a series of give me attention on Twitter, but he doesn't care what kind of attention. And like for some reason, like this, it doesn't make sense, because the attention you're going to get is you're going to get people who like to rape kids starting to watch you. That's the attention that you're going to get here when you have like this insane explicit take. Like, who else is going to gravitate towards, like, you know what? I've seen Vaush say like 17 times that it's really not so bad if I watch this stuff that I've gotten illegally. You know what? Who else is going to gravitate towards there? No normal people are like, wow, this is an incredible thing. So why do you keep doing it? It doesn't make any sense. It's self-destructive.
No.
What is the point of like
No.
sussing this out?
No,
Exactly.
no.
You're saying in no cases is this possible.
I'm saying this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. It's upsetting.
Yeah,
Really upsetting.
There's just no point to have
Really
this
upsetting.
conversation.
Why have this conversation? What is he saying? That maybe there's one case where it didn't traumatize the kid? Show me that one case, first of all. But so what? So maybe there's one, so then we're all hypocrites because...
Well, he's saying
What?
on the whole, it's more likely to negatively affect kids.
Right.
And therefore, as a whole, we view it as a bad thing. Even though sometimes, in some cases, it's a good thing.
No.
Yeah.
I say no.
Yeah.
And also show me, who are you talking about? What is this?
Let's
Yeah,
do,
what's
you
the
got some data on that?
And why?
Maybe he has a young girlfriend. I don't know.
Why is this a conversation you want to have?
I don't. That's my question.
That's like-
About the clip too.
That's a
Yes,
good
so the
question.
first question
Why
should
bring
be
this
like,
up?
okay, shut up. Why?
This isn't like a pertinent philosophical question that needs to be thought through. This is like disgusting perversion, dude. This is like a man. What I see is someone around.
It's funny because this is such like an easy free win. You know what I mean? Like, this is my content creator brand, but this is like you don't even even if Ethan was being super bad faith, which I think he's being pretty fair in my opinion. He's being solid. It wouldn't matter. It's a dunk. No one's gonna defend Vaush on this. This is insane, except for some people on Twitter going, I'm really upset. What H3H3 said about Ethan. I mean, what H3H3 said about Vaush, it was really unfair. What are you talking about? You know, like what the fuck? This is one of those slam dunks. Hey, we love a slam dunk. Okay, I just got one of those too. We got that Mama Max slam dunk, baby. You know what I mean? Everybody loves a slam dunk.
Nationalizing the consumption of child pornography, frankly. That's what I'm saying. And so maybe it feels pertinent to you. And again, I don't know what kind of pornography well, I do actually, based on, but not all of it. I don't know what else is in that folder. Scroll down. But this is a guy who seems eager to rationalize the consumption of CP on both accounts.
I agree.
Oh, we have a Vaush fan in chat. All right, what am I missing? Vaush said that CP is just as bad as child slavery. If you're okay with slavery, but you have to be okay with CP.
Yeah,
no,
that's ridiculous.
We all understood that was the point.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, we understand that that's the point. They're both like bad. And also, I mean, like I would probably argue that the child stuff is worse. I don't know. I think it'd be worse. You know? I don't know. Generally, without the context, I'm thinking that the child, because it's a type of slavery. Like abusing kids like that's slavery too, right? So, you know, I personally would rather be like a slave, a regular one, building houses and you know, milling the fields rather than be one that's constantly sexually violated. You know, that's just my base take, right? So we know that, but that's not the point of what he's saying. The point of what he's saying is, guys, give me attention. I'm fucking based. I'm saying the stuff no one else will. The really important stuff to talk about.
Point he was making. That's
But it's still a ridiculous point. First of all, nobody said they're okay with slavery. Second of all, we said that that one can be more complicated. First of all, to know that it's happening, but also there are things to do about avoiding it. And I think companies are constantly working on that.
And
the other one is just bad in all cases.
Exactly.
It's always
make
bad.
coffee ethically. Yeah, it's not inherent to it.
If you're going and buying an iPhone and there's some unethical cobalt in it, nobody's gonna fucking know that. But if you're sitting down to watch CP, guess what? I got no questions.
Right.
There's no questions left.
Right. Yeah, true.
There's none. It's a weird point. I don't care how much y'all love him. It's a weird ass point to make. Whether he's right or wrong, it's fucking weird. Oh, he tweeted me. Yo, H3 wants to talk. That's really cool, but you'll have to wait a sec because I'm getting a haircut right now. You're getting your mane trimmed. Bro.
You want me to?
Not today.
Not right now.
We're almost out of time.
Let's do
It would be a bad call to talk. I think Ethan would want to talk, but I think that they should convince him behind the scenes not to. It's not worth it. Like, yeah, it's something to talk about, but we've all been there. You could talk to somebody or talk about something, and it would do well view wise. But like in the long term, is this a good thing to allow this guy to have a platform to say some disgusting shit? Like, I don't think so. I feel like, you know. I mean, unless he just routinely embarrassed him, that would be funny. But
we're at 3 hours.
Let's chew on
We're
this
gonna
fresh
get some
carrots or something. Peanut butter.
then again, I would watch it. I would be reacting to that though.
It over.
Apple slices.
Apple slices. I hear horses love.
I hear that too.
You know, like calling Costco, I appreciate it because, but at the same time, it's weird. There's no need for this conversation to take place.
Not only there's no need, it actually is most likely probably harmful.
Yeah,
Always.
I agree.
So why are you even
Wow,
having this
bold.
conversation?
That's my point. What are you trying to do right now?
What kind of audience are you looking to get?
Yes, thank you. That's what I think it all stems by. It's like attention. Like on the internet, a like is a like and a view is a view, but you don't know anything behind that. Somebody could come across your content and they could like it because they think that you're such an embarrassing loser that they want to watch more of it. Somebody could like it because they genuinely like it. You know, so somebody could view it because for the same exact reasons. They might like you, they might hate you, but they still might like you. They might view you, they might hate watch you. And so when you say stuff like that, like yeah, maybe you get a lot of attention when you keep talking about nasty shit and more people start watching your streams. But is that positive in the long term to generate an audience like that? Like why? Like no, of course not. Why would you want that audience? And maybe he doesn't understand that. But I learned that fairly. It's like it took me a while to learn that too. That yeah, I just don't want like, you know, the audience. You know what I mean? Like why would you don't just want an audience? You want an audience that likes you and appreciates you, not an audience full of people who are like, I really liked what you said about CP. Like, I don't get it.
Stay away from Tacoma.
Or Tacoma.
No, it's in Washington. No disrespect to Tacoma.
Yeah, no disrespect.
What's the population there?
Tacoma find out. Someone had a suggestion that maybe Tacoma is the name of a horse.
Oh,
Tacoma wept.
that's a good.
It's 220,000.
That's not a lot, so we can write them all off.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
We can write them all off. Tacoma, you're outdone.
Yeah, Tacoma
Sorry.
wept.
Right, go on, Vaush. Explain in your sweaty.
And this is what Vaush would want. He'd want to have the conversation with Ethan, and he would see this as a win. This, in my opinion, performance piece where he pretends to leak his porn folder. Like, this is what he would want. He would want like the attention of being able to talk to somebody like this.
You know you fucked up. Raw dog it.
That's the difference between act and rule utilitarianism. An act utilitarian would say, oh, this is an instance where it was good for the adult and the minor to have sex. That would make it a good action. But the rule utilitarian...
How do you measure
which is
that, bro? Who's setting up to measure that?
Yeah, I'm really curious.
You know, dude. And it's not just once. You've done this several times. like a point he keeps coming back to.
I don't know. Maybe he's having a debate about some dumb bullshit that nobody cares about, and it makes sense to the debate. I don't care enough about utilitarianism to really care.
Would say, even though that individual outcome was good, the act was still bad because in general,
it's like one of those things that this take was just by itself. It's one thing, but there's this constant reference to like inappropriate child shit, and then you got some weird ass folder leaked. So it's like, why
broader application for adults and children to have sex with one another leads to.
He's like if Plato met Jimmy Savile.
Or just Plato met Plato.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
true. What if you know? No, we're not thinking about this
I
enough.
was thinking because I have no idea if he's a philosophy major or whatever, but there's a bit of a reputation with these types.
Philosophers?
Yeah.
Really?
There's this whole thing about philosophers fucking kids. Well, like Antiquita. Even today?
More modern times too.
I didn't
I didn't know about that.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a trope almost of like the philosophy professor at a school sleeping with the students. Like that's kind of like
I didn't know that.
that's kind of like a
I
story
didn't know
trope. I
about
can't
that
speak to
either.
how common that actually is in real.
I mean, I don't know what that is. Is it just a philosophy teacher like teaching high schoolers, or are they teaching college students? It's still inappropriate because that power dynamic there, but like still.
Life, but that's definitely a thing.
Vaush is daring to put forward this very bold and cunning and objectively true statement. If you think CP is bad, you just haven't thought about it enough.
Yeah.
And I'll continue to think about it as much.
If it was just that clip by itself, like you could argue, like, no, I was having a conversation about like some kind of a philosophical thing or philosophical point. I don't really know or care. And I don't actually think that those are good, but I'm trying to explain what utilitarianism is to people. But again, it's not just that one time. It's like it's just constant. It's not just, it's over and over again.
more than everybody, and to talk about it more than everybody.
Horribly destructive outcomes. For that reason, it is an unethical act. So on the off chance it might help someone, we just allow everyone to engage in a generally destructive practice, except that's the literal exact opposite of what I am saying.
How is
Do
it
a
the
fucking
opposite of what
brainworms
you're saying?
by Fairy 79, I literally made the opposite of that point. I literally just explained the opposite of what you just said. That no, just because on the off chance it might help someone, we shouldn't categorically support one action because I am a rule utilitarian.
But what is the one
Why do you
off where
guys
it
keep
helps
doing
somebody?
this?
Because what do you keep doing
What-
this?
yes. Why is your argument so dumb?
Just don't argue. Just don't touch this stuff, man.
This is not a case where there could be one that was good. No.
Yeah, let's.
So-
That argument by itself, like I understand what he's saying. I don't know. I don't really get utilitarianism, but like, sure, there might be 1 out of a million where the kid doesn't have, where the kid isn't like harmed. I don't know. But it's like, it's not just that clip. It's just like there's constantly new clips over different video games where he's making another justifiable defense for it, and I don't get it. Maybe it's that like political brain rot where you try to go to the most exaggerated position where most people will be like, oh, let's have a conversation with something like, yeah, but let me compare this to slavery and black people. And he said he likes to go to pedophiles for some reason. I don't know.
Well, many.
What's your argument?
And some people's brains just turn off. Hyena, you did this too. But there might
Most of the people, they just get emotional when I talk about child porn. Can y'all just chill out?
There's
Sounds like
point
Thomas
was
Wink.
What?
It's weird. I feel like talking about this while there's playing a kid character in the game. I don't know, it's a
Oh
little weird.
no, true.
I rule with.
Put that controller down, man. True. Stop controlling that child.
It's actually fuck.
Okay.
I was gonna out nerd you, but I can't remember the name of the world from Majora's Mask.
That was
Terminator.
funny. Stop controlling that child. Link, very funny.
No,
You got me.
yeah, okay, I was close. Yeah, I grew up with Mega Man.
perfectly cogent
Yeah.
from the beginning. Perfectly understandable from the word go. How do you think minor should be defined? I don't know. Age of consent memes are really fucking complicated.
Like, bro, it's not a good
What?
1-2
Age of
combo.
consent
There.
memes?
It's not a good
What does that mean?
1-2 combo.
It's
Is it memes or did I miss?
Like a minor is defined as like someone 17 and under. I don't know what he means by that.
Pow, hit him with the CP is good in some cases. Pow, hit him with the age of consent while it's complicated. It's that 1-2 punch. You got a killer jab.
As I like to quote my good friend Love, what is bro yapping about, dude?
What is really happening about?
What does he mean by that? That's what I'm curious about. The fuck?
I keep thinking this could conceivably be all right in French cases, just feel like a useless argument. Yes, I agree, because I'm a rule utilitarian.
All right, bro, whatever. I'm a real utilitarian too. And when I hear people, here's my rule. Not all the times people are defending CP are they creeps, but it's enough times that they're doing it that they're creeps. But on the whole, it's a bad thing to do.
Interesting.
That's an interesting rule.
The same logic, bro. That's why I will not be. You are a creep, and that's just utilitarian logic. Whatever you think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, what else do we got here? Is there any other clips here that we have? I'm just gonna kind of okay. We're gonna scan through some clips.
I don't think there's any situation where an adult can have a child, a sexual relationship with a child, and it has a positive outcome. So we do.
If you had actually
Why have this debate? You know, Vaush, why?
seen the full bit that was
I
clipped
saw
from.
the full. No. Bosh.
You
We
gave
just watched it.
you gave that as a scenario. That was one of the scenarios.
Wasn't it? He literally said
I already yeah.
there
Okay.
are no actually.
Yeah.
It's possible an adult.
Sure bit,
I saw it all.
but the full thing.
Yeah,
the
your
original
logical foundation was that there
construction
can be some situations where an adult and child can have a positive outcomes. You didn't say. Anyway, it's totally immaterial.
So just well, no, it's important. So in a
No, I want to talk about this.
Well, this is my favorite topic. So let's.
Yeah.
As one of the great orators of our time, I've fully prepared myself to discuss the topic, and he always buries himself. Supporting side. If you're trying to test your chops, I guess supporting child pornography is probably like S tier difficulty. In terms of the debate platform. So maybe that's what he's doing. He's trying to sharpen his tools.
I mean, maybe.
consequentialist sense, you can easily construct a situation where essentially anything is fine. Here, I'll ask you. Just follow through.
No,
with
I
very
don't, I'm
simple
not an
stuff.
idealist. I'm not going to talk about hypotheticals that don't have any bearing on material reality.
That is. Wait, hold on.
He's like, listen, I don't want to sit here while you describe a hypothetical situation where a child enjoyed having sex with an adult. Let's not have that conversation. And he's like, no.
This is important.
Wait, I'm not going to talk about
First of all,
hypothetical situations where adults can molest children and they have positive outcomes. That's what I'm talking
You're the one.
about.
Wait, hold on.
He should have just went with the typical slavery. You know, that's what most debate lords do. They go right to like slavery and black issues. He should have just went there. Don't go to kids.
Zach, you're doing it today, bud.
No, you're doing it.
You're doing it, brother.
You're doing it.
You're doing it.
Why you want to talk about this? Idealism. Wait, no, hold on. Wait, you can't move away from this. Okay, hold on. No.
You can't move away from this. That's what the kids says, but apparently.
Oh my god.
No,
He's
like
actually getting me on these. That's funny. That's what the kid says. This is terrible.
Promise. See, that's fucked up to even joke about. I wouldn't joke about that. Should I button it?
He's fucking me up right now.
No. Should I
Maybe
button
next
it?
time.
No.
You're criticizing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're fine.
No.
I can't move away from the discussion. Hold on, wait, you have to stop talking for 1 second, okay? Hold on. So imagine,
All right,
all
I'm
right?
ready.
Imagine aliens.
This motherfucker says it's possible, and then he started with imagine aliens.
Imagine time is completely liquidated and age means nothing.
Right.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Imagine the time is the fourth dimension, and if you're living in the fourth dimension, you view everybody in every moment of their life.
Mhm.
So if you're having sex with an 8-year-old, you're really having sex with a 30-year-old, 40-year-old,
Right.
50-year-old.
Wow,
When you're having
that's
sex with
smart.
you're having sex with an 8-year-old at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just we don't
That's
see all the
crazy.
dimensions at
I
once.
didn't even think about that.
Imagine the movie E.T. You know how his fingers can heal stuff? Imagine Elliot has ass cancer.
Oh,
These are funny. These are
Ew.
good. There's no way they came up with all these, bro. I don't even believe it. They're fucking. They're stealing these from the audience.
imagine. Okay, wait, you got me, buddy. Maybe that's where he's going.
Maybe, yeah.
He said alien. Let's see. I don't know where the fuck he's going with this.
Come down to
God,
Earth.
this is
and they
absolutely
say,
ridiculous. Watch.
you've lasted 6
Imagine
seconds.
aliens. This is as
Okay?
hypothetical idealism as you can get. You're totally,
Yeah,
like-
you're in outer space. You're actually literally in outer space. Imagine a benevolent predator pedophile
my
from
God.
space lands on Earth.
It's like,
You're like a honeymoon virgin. You gotta last longer than 6 seconds. Just give me a second.
And again, no sex jokes, not now.
Yeah, not.
Right.
Stay away, Vaush. Let's keep our heads on straight now. Let's talk about the aliens.
Okay, did I not let you talk for a long time when you were establishing your premises?
I'm not going to talk about
Now let me talk for a long time. Now let me explain why child porn is bad.
It's
I want to see what
crazy.
he says.
I wonder.
Or whatever. And none of this. People thought like the sand being made for.
Okay.
Blow up the hole. You just have to listen. You just have to listen. Okay. Now you can imagine a situation in which aliens come down to Earth and they say, "We're going to blow up the whole planet unless you kill this innocent kid." Now when it comes,
Dude, you are not
You're
serious.
losing me.
This is
What the fuck? How do you know he's innocent? We have those things that happen in real life. We would be like, hey, we got to sacrifice somebody to the fucking Schmingle god. We just got to kill someone. Okay. Who? The virgin? What the fuck? Crazy.
your best fucking
That's
instinct.
why you shouldn't be a virgin, guys. You got to lose your virginity so you don't get sacrificed.
Consequentialist sense, killing that innocent. I know, right? So follow through.
I know, it's horrible.
So in a
It's
consequential-
just
in a-
obscene,
so in a
bro.
consequential, I know, inability to grasp philosophy is one of my biggest issues.
It's idealism.
Would apply to both of you.
It's
This is-
idealism.
It's absurdism.
Imagine a
It's
world.
a comedy of errors. I don't even know if it's air. What do you call forced air? I don't know.
not what this philosophy and
This
idealism
could have been a good Chris Farley movie.
aren't the same thing. Those don't mean the same
No,
thing.
you're
Like he would find a way to save the kid, you know?
basing you're constructing hypothetical situations that have no bearing in reality whatsoever.
Hypotheticals aren't. Wait, do you think
What's
idealism
going on
is
here?
when you construct a hypothetical?
Wait, what's happening here?
Okay.
Is it a crime? Is this ethical or not?
That's why ET for you. Idealism means when you construct a hypothetical.
If you construct a
And we're
hypothetical that has
full of
nothing to do
hypotheticals.
with reality, and you think that gets you closer to the truth, that is idealism because you're making the ideal.
So anyway, I'm with him.
But just so you guys know, this is why I don't like debates. Why? Like, what's the point of this debate? Like, this is not fun. This is like this is just cringe debating.
I'm with this guy. Damn, imagine getting online and saying some of this shit.
Who is that guy?
feeling a little frisky today.
That's what I get. My guys,
That his folder leak was extremely funny.
it shocked the hell out of all of us. This man's watching horror porn.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say. The clip farming on today's show in regards to Vaush really shows how disingenuous. Motherfucker, we showing the whole last clip.
Damn, they just started making that like before the explanation of the clips were coming out.
I understand the argument. I still disagree. You know, it's not like I didn't understand.
The argument was about ethics, not CP. Maybe Ethan should look into how much Vaush took his side in the whole Hassan thing before he starts pedo-jacking him. He never even clarified that it was drawn porn, let alone that they were kink-shaming them. This isn't real. Also, using clips from 4 or 5 years ago is slimy when he's addressed this countless times, let alone cutting Vaush off before he finishes the argument. Listen, here's what Vaush would have to just say, like, I'm a fucking silly little goose. Listen, guys, I fucked up. But it's like the constant clips. It's like the constant, these constant clips and constant arguments, and then like having a folder leaked with like saved fucking, lolly porn. It's like, what?
The sad part is when you understand what he wants people to think he's saying, it's just as bad.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't actually help.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any other clip that matters? And the whole Hassan thing. It's like, I think it's pathetic to be like, well, I defended you with this person, so now you have to defend me with such and such. You know, it's just like a dumb argument. Oh, my computer's slow. I forgot I can't skip forward too much. But like, yeah, it's like people, you shouldn't
People
be.
fucking hate each other.
That is
That's
left
true.
to.
Well, for the left.
Sorry, I mean, it's the most left.
You shouldn't be like doing or having takes just for what, so that in the future somebody can defend you. That's silly. It's one thing to be a friend. It's another thing to just like defend somebody on something because it's the right thing to do.
There's zero solidarity.
That is-
Zero solidarity.
That is
That's
left
true.
to.
I think everybody hates each other.
Got it.
Come on, what the fuck, bro? You're saying because and even if like that's true, let's say I'm grateful that he defended me against Hassan. Then I'm like, yo, just because this guy is a kind of like.
Well, yeah, Jeffrey Epstein. He did have this whole fucked up, ring going on, but he did give me a compliment about my dress, so I guess I gotta feel like he's a good guy.
Somebody
You
said
know.
something nice about me, so I
Yeah. So I don't know how much more of this there's like of.
Let's see. We need to look into how much Vaush defended him. He never even clarified that it was drawn porn. We did say that, didn't we? We said there was no real horse images.
Pretty sure they did. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is pretty much it. This is really all we have to check out, I would say. What else is there other than, is there a Vaush response maybe? Maybe he responds? I don't know. Sorry, the video may not be it might be a little unorganized looking.
Here's a compilation
of like
all the times Vaush talked about horsecock on his Discord. Somebody made this compilation.
Okay, we kind of missed this element of this
because I'm on vacation.
whole story so far. We haven't really focused in on this, but the whole thing with the horse, I've discovered, is that it's been a thing for years.
Yeah, it's a meme. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I think that, like, why we're like, and maybe I just don't understand. Maybe I don't know how to read the clips, but why it's like, there's a bunch of horse clips and stuff. Like, how come there were clips or pictures rather, excuse me, outside of the folder? Like, wouldn't they all be organized into a folder? Why aren't they in a folder?
Sort of like a joke that like, oh, Vaush likes horses or he's into horses or whatever. So the fact that it then came out that he had a folder full of horse porn, like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, this is a post from 3 years ago with a compilation of this dude talking about horsecock.
I gotta be the audio on this.
I'm talking, by the way, I'm talking about art, not actual.
Yeah. We got it. He did the whole horse thing. I don't know if there's really much else, man. I feel like they got screenshots of stuff. What is this? Oh, it's all the horse stuff. I don't care about the horse shit. I'm surprised that they're not looking into and finding like the old weird shit, and when he was like being very like sexually aggressive, not physically, but like in DMs with like girls in Destiny's Discord like fucking years ago. That shit was weird too. Whatever. I think one of his justifiers was like one of them was autistic or something, so like they didn't have the capacity to understand what was happening or some shit. I don't remember the specifics. It was wild.
Yeah.
1488 sourced all the images and said one of them was Lolly.
Let me watch this.
Joke a Twitter account named HitlerCunny1488 sourced all the images and said one of them was Lolly. I feel like that's probably the character of the engagement that I'll see. Okay,
I've seen the images, motherfucker. Don't.
Not kidding. Okay, so the images that were in the folder. First of all, the funniest things there by far, to be clear, is that I think 2 of the images that showed were literally just non-pornographic, like canon images.
Okay, and the others?
They must be the
what?
the Zelda photos.
Yeah, talking about.
Wait, no, he's saying Raru wasn't porn.
According to him, I don't know the ones, everything else was very graphic.
Okay.
Maybe he's going to do the argument where
I mean, listen, if you got 2 non-porn images and a folder full of like a bunch of other porn images, I'm feeling like you're jerking off to it. So
these characters are actually 1,000 years old. That's not weird.
Let's see. I don't know where he's. How is he going to defend this?
From Tears of the Kingdom. Like,
Okay,
just
let's keep
standing
Raru.
So that was funny. There
was like 2 of like 20 images, bro. The fact that you're even taking to decide to explain that is just guilt.
Well, it's supposed to suggest in your mind. It's supposed to put doubt into what was actually on there, and it's supposed to make you be like, "Oh, wait, some of them weren't even bad. These guys are overreacting." That's what it's meant to make you do. That's how this is a signal to his audience that like the downplay. That's all it is.
Yeah, I also jerk off to that too, man.
Nothing wrong with it. He's right, certainly.
It wasn't even the porn of him. It was just him standing there.
Which he's still odd. Why are you downloading pictures of King Raru?
I mean, who knows? Maybe for a meme or something.
You go from horse porn to King Raru.
Well, yeah, let's remember that folder
I guess that's why he likes Zelda a lot because there's horses in it. Okay.
was the to be organized.
That's what I'm saying. He did,
so it just seemed like it was kind of a grab bag.
Well, if they're organized by date downloaded, which is a common way to organize,
Right.
then these would be temporarily related.
Perhaps. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know?
Maybe.
We need to know how this document was organized.
Or is it categorized by most used?
He's been King Raru like 1,000
That's
times.
his go-to, man. That's his closer.
He's beautiful, so that fits. And then, again, embarrassing with the AI. I know next time this happens, I'll make sure that it's like real drawings of horse dick and not AI. So I apologize.
Bro, I saw that shit.
What?
It was vile. You downloaded it.
So is he meaning that like his community is more upset about the fact that it was AI art than the fact that it was?
I guess. Was it
content
like
I don't care about that. Is that what he's trying to do? What?
AI art to me? I don't know. But who
I don't know.
cares? You went to an image generator and said, or you said, what did you type to get that? You have to type something like young girl to get that image, I feel like.
Yikes.
Well, I mean, the character alone, like we said, 16. So
And she's an old young 16.
Yeah.
A young 16.
Fuck me.
I assume they were pornographic. No. Those were like Nintendo produced canon images of Raru. I'm pretty sure. Like they were just.
Oh my god. The amount you're focusing on Raru.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure. Couldn't you just go look at the folder and reference it yourself?
Okay, what about
That's
everything
cool.
else?
Just watch it on the incognito tab, dog. What the fuck's wrong with you?
This is so funny.
It's wrong.
There's 2 images, and then that's not pornographic. Maybe save them just unrelated. And then there's 20 completely raw dog, naked fucking porn, where cartoon, mind you,
Right.
still of like young girls.
What's Ethan's source? Ethan's source in chat coping hard. Finally, goodbye, Ethan's source. Who's that?
I guess they were spamming about how you're coward and talk to Vaush or whatever. So I banned them.
Wait, Ethan.
That must be their username.
Oh, there's
Just
just one. I'm the one that said I'll debate him, man. You know what I mean?
supposedly,
You shouldn't.
he's talking about you in his Discord, and that's probably why people are coming over.
Fine. You know,
Oh, oops.
we love that about you. Oh, here. This is from right now.
Yeah, no, this was posted on Reddit, and then so I can't confirm it. I'm not in his
Well,
Discord,
maybe
but-
the next episode we'll have a Vaush conversation, and we could watch something else.
He says, and failed attempts to engagement just make me look defensive. I really doubt that's a viable avenue of engagement. I reach out if I could. People really, really do hate me. I don't fall for covering drama, but doing this gigantic, generic smear piece without reaching out, bro, or talking beforehand. I'm not even on Twitter and barely talk to you at all, man.
I don't fault him covering drama, but doing this gigantic smear piece without reaching out or taking beforehand feels a little shitty from him. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, by the way. This is the guy that waits for you to get drunk and then starts going, oh yeah, you know, none of the other girls really want to talk to me. It's really nice that you're talking to me. Oh, you want to get up and walk away? Oh yeah, it kind of sucks. A lot of the other girls won't talk to me. This is the fucking bro. This is the tactic. Okay, he's trying to get Ethan drunk right now. No one will drink with me. Do you want to drink with me? Slip something in the drink. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but that's what this is. It's like a fucking pity party tactic. Shut the fuck up.
Yo, bro, I gotta talk to you about this horse porn shit, brother. Yeah. I don't have that nature. I don't have that relationship with you. How many times have we talked? He says it feels at least a little shitty of him. I mean, he's not being that harsh, and I understand that. It would make him feel shitty. I've generally been pretty fair to Ethan. Okay, man. Like, again,
Okay. I haven't been. Fuck you, bitch. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Okay.
What? I just confirmed this is legit.
My illustration's first appearance on the issue.
Illustrious.
If you want, wait, was he on before?
No.
No,
This is my illustrious first appearance.
But Vaush, I said I'll talk to you. Should I let him call in now?
No, we gotta go.
No,
we're already
It's almost 5.
DM the podcast Instagram and we will schedule something.
Okay, we'll talk. I mean, I'll give you the chance to defend yourself.
Good. Hopefully I'll be home so I can talk about it then instead of doing it like this. I probably wouldn't be able to do it tomorrow or just Sunday, so I'd have to do it Monday.
No,
Ethan did say in the beginning that he watches your
and
content.
I like his content. I thought he was a talented content creator.
Mhm.
But Michael
Okay.
Jackson was a talented singer. No, I'm kidding.
Come on.
That's too much.
That's funny.
That's too much.
He said
He didn't do anything like that. That's a pure joke. He didn't do anything like that. He didn't harm anybody,
No,
frankly.
right.
He just has some weird opinions and looks
Weird
at weird.
takes,
Yeah,
weird takes.
he didn't harm anybody.
I don't know, Ethan. Okay. He didn't harm anybody. He has a bunch of like pro CP takes. All right, I take back what I took back before. If this was somebody else that you didn't like fucking Abbott Preach, you would have railed into this guy much harder. He's just a weird guy with weird opinions, dude. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
He said it's very disheartening. I thought I had something of a.
Let's be real. If this guy was black, Ethan would be labeling him a predator. Okay. Remember, he called that one guy who helped Rebecca Black make the Friday song a fucking pedophile because he made weird videos. I'm just saying, Ethan. I'm half kidding. Okay. And I'm half kidding and I'm half white. All right.
Friend and Ethan. That's a new message.
Based on what? There's nobody in the world.
Pam, can you make us a supercut, please, of the Vaush Ethan friendship?
Oh, yes,
All
thanks.
right, it's like I don't think there's anything. Is there anything else? Is there more Vaush talking? Because I'm kind of like over this. All right, yeah, man. Listen, recap. I think Vaush did this on purpose. I think he was trying to get attention because he's upset that Destiny's getting attention, and Vaush doesn't care about what kind of attention he gets. He just wants attention. And that's it. That's where I'm at, bro. I think this was all done. I don't think he expected to get fucking railed like this. I don't think he expected to be on Ethan, but now he gets to fucking pity party his way into being able to have a conversation where he can say the same things, same dumb shit over and over again. So that's where I'm at, guys. I appreciate you stopping by. Peace out, bye.